let me just put it at top one is Gang of Lagos. And it is not because of the output of Gang of Lagos. It is because of the work that I did in it. I almost died. Like literally almost died. But I loved it. Probably the most expensive Nollywood film is probably Peanuts if it goes to Hollywood. I mean, the amount that we used to make, it's not the amount we made from it. Film schools in Nigeria are not many at all. Despite the fact that they are not many, the ones that are actual solid film schools are even lesser. Don't get me wrong, the industry is not the way it was. No, but then there's still a long way to go.
Do you think Nollywood pays well?
Actors in Nigeria that are supposed to be A-list, compare them to actors in America that are supposed to be A-list. So you can have a wonderful story and then shoot it horribly. You can have a wonderful story and the acting is horrible. You can have a wonderful story and just one scene spoils the entire film. In my entire life, I've never watched a Korean film.
Not even one episode?
Never. But that thing is going viral. It has its own audience.
Do you think YouTube is helping Nollywood? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Nollywood Insiders. I'm super excited, as always, to be here. This is a special episode. Today, we are looking at Nollywood from a different perspective, from the eye of a creative genius. He is in charge of creating the set locations for Nollywood movies right before the camera starts rolling. Today, we are honored to have the presence of Mr. Gbenga. Hello, Mr. Gbenga. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
All right, so let's delve into Nollywood itself. So I had a conversation with you about set designers and art director. So you are an art director.
I'm a production designer, art director, set designer, and props master.
So is there a difference between set designer and art director?
Let's start from the top. Production design is the entire design of a film. That includes costume, makeup, every creative aspect of a film. The production designer is supposed to be in charge of it. Is supposed to be in charge of it. Because, you know, in Nigeria, we tend to skew things, you know, a little bit here and there. And then the art direction. It is the direction, whatever direction you want to take the creativity of the film. That is the practical aspect of it. Production design is you discussing and, you know, creating a design that works. The practical, how to now effect all of those things, is the art direction. Now, under the art direction is where you have set design and props. It is the art direction that is divided into the set design and props.
The art director is more like the person in charge of guiding the set designs, making sure that all those things are put in place, or the movement of art in the Nollywood.
And not just guiding, also literally actually finding the people, directing them on what to do. This is my vision, this is what is in my head. Okay, you do this, do this, do this, do this. And then the person that is standing and everybody is creating all of those things and has the entire vision to put all of those things together.
Lovely. Do you think Nollywood actually understands what you just said? Okay, what I mean is Nollywood movie makers. Do you think everybody understands, like, for every movie you want to shoot, you should have an art director there?
Obviously, everybody cannot understand everything. Yeah, that's a given. Like, it's not possible for everybody, you know. There are those that understand and don't use it.
Okay.
There are those that understand and use it. And there are those that actually don't have an idea.
Exactly.
So it is, and that is how it is everywhere too.
Beautiful. You know, I made my own inquiries about the arts director thing, and I realized that it's not actually everybody that, you know, uses it. Most times when we see movies, you get to see the crew members, you see DOP, you see set design, you see costume. You barely see art director.
Yeah, that's true, but it doesn't mean that there is no art director.
Yeah.
It just means that probably the producer or the DOP, depending on the budget of the film, the size of the film, it just means that some other persons have filled in, has taken that role onto themselves, and there is really no point distinguishing that somebody actually did it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the fact that there will be no art director or any form of art direction in the film will make the creativity of the film keep going up and down all over the place. art direction comes with what's it called? Dictates things like mood, makes all of the creative aspect of the film have
balance.
When you're trying to create a mood of what's called a morning mood in a scene, it is the art direction of the film that tells every person inside the film, both the makeup, the costume, and the set itself, that okay, everything in this room at this point in time, you will not wear a what's called maybe Ankara with a lot of yellow and what's it called in a morning scene, especially if it is the person that is mourning. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get it.
Even things as little as having your TV on and then they are playing music and you are in a morning scene. Little things like that. You don't know that it has an effect on whoever is watching. Even the person watching does not know that is what is affecting them. But they are having a happy mood while watching a morning scene. Those are what art direction can do for you. It just helps you to juggle it and help and keep everything in proper place.
Wow. Even all the research I did not explain it as you did. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. From the way you talk, one will know that this thing is not today. Like, we don't day. How long has it been for you in the Nollywood industry?
It's not really about it don't day.
Okay.
It is also about it is in the blood.
Wow.
I love it. Like, there's a difference between you doing something as a job and you actually having to bury yourself in it. When I'm on a job, it is a we die here kind of situation.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because we really, really have to get what we are doing out. The question of how long? I started with stage play.
Wow.
So I've been at it since I was in school, and that was probably 2008.
So you've been in the arts display.
Yes,
since
I used to act on stage. I don't think there's any stage in Lagos that I've not acted on. Yeah, Muson Center, National Theatre.
So why didn't you pursue acting? Why art directing? Since you started with acting.
As I went on, I fell in love with creating sets. I literally fell in love with creating sets. Naturally, quote and unquote, I'm a back of camera person. I don't like being in front of the camera.
For someone who started from acting, it's weird to hear you say you're not a camera person.
So I started with drama. I used to do with a lot of stage acting. Now, when it comes to stage acting, the camera is not pointed at you directly.
Yeah, true.
So you are not really faced about as a matter of fact, you're not even faced about the audience in front of you. So it feels more like you're interacting with people on stage and stuff. So it is good. It is better.
Yeah, I get it.
But then as time goes on, came to Lagos after school, got an opportunity to go on one film set.
And from there, that was wow. That's such a beautiful story. I'm super excited for all that you said. I'm really learning a lot. When it has to do with art directing, was the initial stage, how was it for you? There's one thing in Nigeria where they say you do something for money and then you do something because you have passion for it. And the truth is, if you want to pursue your passion, it's not always easy initially.
Yeah.
Like starting a business or doing something for yourself is usually very hectic, to get to have people believe in you and trust you, give you jobs. So how were you able to go through that stage and then you are where you are now that I believe it's easy? You're just coming from set even today, you are that booked and busy. How was it for you?
So I was still young and I wasn't looking for these things to pay bills.
Okay.
I was doing them because I actually absolutely loved it. There's also the fact that I was already running businesses that help me, that aids what I was doing. I do graphics design, I do video editing, and then I do printing press. It was already a subtle way of doing what I'm doing now.
I get it.
I was already designing, so I already had a bit of a background and I already loved those things. I could literally sit in front of my screen all day designing things for free for people.
Wow.
Then.
I know, not anymore. Yeah.
So it was fun. to do those things at that time. So it was easy to transition into something that now feels like those things that I do on the computer, that I go and print, that even before the person that owns it sees, when I finish printing, I'm already loving it. If it's not good, I've started, and everything. So now I get to do it, and a larger crowd gets to see it when it plays on TV.
And appreciate it.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So it was even better because while doing it, I'm not the actor. So I'm not in the face of the whole world while doing it. There's that. And there's also the fact that when it is done and people are watching it, they are happy. There's a time I went to buy perfume and then they were watching Gang of Lagos. Oh, and I was happy. It was giving me joy and everything. And I never said anything because they didn't know I was even involved in the film and everything. Stuff like that. So yeah, that is my own high.
Talking about Gangs of Lagos, I saw the movie and it was lovely. What movies would you say is the top 5 movies of your entire career? As in movies that you were involved in and...
Though, they're going to hang me. No.
Top 5 that you had fun and...
The fact is that on every movie set, I have both fun and both horribleness, and every movie set has its utmost high and utmost lows. If it doesn't, it's not interesting. I won't like it. That's the whole idea of it. So let me just put it at top 1 is Gang of Lagos. If you have to start naming others, it means that others have to start fighting for space. I don't want to do that. And it is not because of the output of Gang of Lagos. It is because of the work that I did in it.
Like what?
Like literally building sets from scratch. I think 80% or 70% of every set in Gang of Lagos was built. Apart from Yinka Quadri's house, the crippled man in the beginning's house, and the girl's apartment that the father bought for her. I think every other set was built.
Wow.
So it was pouring yourself out. I almost died. Like literally.
Wow.
Almost died. But I loved it. Just as we were discussing with him earlier, that if Gang of Lagos didn't now come out right, and then somebody was criticizing it, I was saying, it was rubbish of kiddies and was using all available condescending and
words,
whatever words. If the criticism did not come out properly, it won't sit well with whoever made it to be able to take those corrections and go forward. Thank God it came out right, because there were some mad geniuses on the project. He has his own criticisms and everything, but people generally still enjoyed it.
I personally loved it. It was really amazing. So let us talk on Nollywood industry at itself.
Yeah.
What do you think we need to go from where we are now to where you think we should be? What do you think producers or movie directors or story writers should do to make Nollywood movies better from all your experiences on movie sets and stuff?
First and foremost, funding. That's one. It's probably like 20% of it. But then it is very, very important, because probably the most expensive Nollywood film is probably peanuts if it goes to Hollywood. I mean, the amount that we used to make, it's not the amount we made from it. I don't have the exact numbers, but then I feel it's probably still peanuts when it goes to Hollywood. Do you get? When it even goes to South African film industry. And then there is education.
Film schools?
Yeah.
Okay.
Film schools in Nigeria are not many at all, for the amount of people that are in the industry and for the amount of people that want to enter the industry.
True.
They are not many. And even despite the fact that they are not many, the ones that are actual solid film schools are even lesser. So the education part is very, very important, because there is knowing what you are doing when you're on set, and there is learning on the job. There is being an intern, but there is also taking a job as an expert when you're not. A lot of us, I said us. A lot of us are in that shoe. I am thankful because I learned under a very, very brilliant mind.
Who?
You understand? Jadi Oshibero.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So I learned under a very brilliant mind, introducing me to a lot of firsts and allowing me to fail several times. And then she's very brilliant. It did not just impact the creativity of the job, it impacted the business and also the passion. You understand? So
Wow.
it is all encompassing for me. So I think I got lucky because, many people did. Many people would probably have been booted out or probably not trained well enough or, it's just that. So there's training, education, there's funding, and there is collaboration. I feel that a lot of film houses have strength in certain places, but do not have strength in some other places. But instead of competing, if you collaborate and bring your strength and your strength together, you bring out something even better. Because one thing I've noticed is that when somebody makes a film that surpasses everybody, the next person that wants to make a film wants to surpass that one.
Yes.
So it means that if one way or another, people can come together and make a better film, the next one, people that want to make the next one, will probably be looking to surpass that, which means that if they cannot do it alone, they'll probably want to collaborate too.
Exactly.
There's some kind of trajectory that you see where you see a film that looks this way, they're fighting, they're doing this one inside. The next film that comes out, or the next big thing, is something in that line, but is looking to surpass it. But there was one thing that person had, but did not have everything. And you have something. Why don't you come and join hands with that person? And then the next one you make is better. Off the top of my head, I think those are, areas where funding, education, and collaboration. And don't get me wrong, the industry is not the way it was. No. Things that we are making, things that we are doing now are not the way they used to be. No. But then, there's still a long way to go.
Yeah.
There's still a very long way to go. And I feel we can make them happen if we help each other out.
By collaboration.
Yes.
Lovely, lovely. So these are the three things that the Nollywood industry needs. You heard from Mr. Gbenga: funding, education, and collaboration. We look forward to Nollywood implementing all of this in subsequent productions. Next up, I want to talk about YouTube when it has to do with the Nollywood industry. Are you conversant with YouTube movies? Do you see them?
Although most of the time, when I get to see them is when everybody has, blown its whistle and confirmed that it is good.
That's when you go to YouTube.
That's when I now look.
Oh, so you wait for people to... Why? You don't like to go see it for yourself or something?
Most of the time, I don't just watch movies to entertain myself. I watch movies for educational purposes.
Okay.
Also. So in order for the film to educate me and also entertain me, to that extent, it has to have the, nod of a good number of people. Yeah.
I get it. Do you think YouTube is helping Nollywood?
Yes.
How?
It is. It is helping Nollywood because it's helping Nollywood filmmakers. Usually, you literally just need streaming platforms and cinemas to be able to create anything.
Okay.
Now, you can actually, if you are confident in yourself, you can go as far as making your own film and putting it on YouTube. Literally just assessing your own strengths by yourself. Because it's a free platform where you can just go and watch film and everything. You can literally assess yourself by yourself. And then there's also the competition. The competition is good. Make this, make that, make this, make that, this, that. Your audience can help you to say, oh, this is good, this is not good, this is blend, this, that, and everything. So I think YouTube is good for Nollywood.
Okay.
But I feel that the better the output, the better YouTube will be with us. Because I had some stats and everything about how YouTube pays people for viewership in Nigeria.
That's exactly what I was going to get to.
And comparing it to how it is over there. I feel that has a lot to do with actual output, and because I feel we have the population, we have and we have the
viewership
and everything. Why are we not making a killing from it? But I'm not YouTube. I don't know what they're thinking. I can only speculate that, maybe this is the reason, maybe this is the reason. But I feel that if you go ahead and create something that is good enough, you can challenge them to do better. That's challenging the status quo, but it is highly dependent on how well you made what you make.
Yeah.
It has to be good enough for you to have the mouth to say, no.
Yeah.
No, I deserve better.
I've heard what you said about YouTube in the Nollywood industry, but I personally have a problem with the fact that because YouTube is a free platform, there are people who are making these movies not for creativity, but for the money. So most times you get to see a movie and you notice that there is so much wasn't put into this. It was just so that you have people watch, and then YouTube pays you, and then you go on to the next one of making. So what do you think about that? Okay, so you have to understand that movies, they don't appeal to the same audience. There are movies that, no matter how well you made it, compare Oppenheimer and Barbie. You know those two movies? I know Barbie. I don't know Oppenheimer. Exactly my point. I do not like Barbie at all. Oppenheimer, actually, I had to watch it 4 times to understand it properly. Wow. But I preferred it. I couldn't watch Barbie. It just feels like candy all over the place. I started watching it, and I had to, at some point, leave the thing alone. And both of them came out at the same time, and Barbie sold so much and everything. Yeah. So the long and short of what I'm trying to say is that there are different audiences. Because people actually watch those things. These things that you're talking about now, people actually watch it and they enjoy it. That would not have happened if it was just cinema that we have. Because the cinema would probably not take that film. Do you get? Yeah. So which means that audience have been left behind in filmmaking. With the way you describe it, I most likely would not have watched it. Yes, I know. So, if I am the only one that they are making films for, what of the other people? Sure. In my entire life, I've never watched a Korean film. Not even one episode? Never. Wow. But that thing is going viral. Yes. It has its own audience. I feel it's rubbish. So, different dynamics, different people. So it means that there are different audiences that need different things. Yeah, sure. So those things that they make too has its own audience. Okay. So you have to let them make it. And mind you, it is not just here. It is everywhere. There are really, those kind of level of films, low budget. No budget. I didn't say low. Wow. There are no budget films. Also in America, everywhere. I just wanted to talk to people who want to go into Nollywood industry, whatever aspect, acting, art directing, DOP, whatever. Anybody who says, "Oh, I want to do Nollywood," what do you have to say to them? Help us. Okay. Yeah, help Nollywood. The reason why I said that is, don't come with a mind to propagate mediocrity. Come with a mind to do it well. It's not everybody that's going to succeed, but then let's make efforts to make the entire space better. All of us don't have to do film. You can be a professional at documentaries. You can be a professional at commercials. You can be a professional at low budget movies. Yeah. Okay, but that won't pay well, obviously. Oh. You said no budget. I said low. Oh, okay. This time I said low. Okay. I know a director who was the quote-unquote king or queen or what have you of low budget movies. When they directed a film that was heavy, it didn't have that it has been having when they were directing and making low budget movies. Oh, I get it. So it means that person has better understanding maybe, or better, of that strategy and ways to do it and You might be that. You might be a professional at action film and whatever. You can just be a
camera assistant, art direction. I have guys that are my assistants, and they're like my spine. Do you get? They're like my spine in the what's it called? In on set and everything. Yet it is me that everybody's calling.
Oh wow!
It is because those people came with the mindset of improving things, of making things work. It doesn't matter how lowly you think your position or whatever is, where you're coming in from. Have the mind to make it better. Yeah. Have the mind to contribute to the industry in a positive way. And please find a niche. Don't do this one today, do that one tomorrow. Nobody will know you for anything, and then you keep gallivanting around and roaming around and roaming around. Find a niche. If you find a niche and you're known for this one thing, you'll be able to grow in it. It's just like life. Find a niche. Don't be so spread thin all over the place.
Lovely. If you're planning to venture into the Nollywood industry, first things first, make sure that your coming is to improve the Nollywood industry and find a niche. Lastly, I want to ask, do you think Nollywood pays well to both the cast members, that's the actors that we see all these popular actors flaunting cars, flaunting, all of that. Do you think Nollywood pays well?
Can I plead the fifth?
Why do you want to plead the fifth?
Because I cannot say it pays well, and I cannot still say that it doesn't. Because the money is not really coming in as
it should.
Yeah.
That means it's not paying well. Or it pays to some.
The film has to make money.
Yes.
So it is a risk for whoever is producing to pay you.
True.
Do you get?
I get
so it. You also have to consider all of that when you are asking for payment.
So because the producer or the director or whoever owns the movie is not sure whether this movie is going viral or not,
they're taking a risk.
It affects the pay of the actors.
Yeah, it affects everything. It literally affects everything. Actors in Nigeria that are supposed to be A-list, compare them to actors in America that are supposed to be A-list. They are nowhere compared to each other when it comes to payment. Yes, America has gone far. But then, even if you say, okay, reduce it to when America was our level, it still will not be comparable. What I'm trying to say is that the producers tend to, it's not just tend to, they will want to consider the fact because they're taking a lot of risk. They might do it, and then at the end of the day, it goes well.
Yes.
But then, it is a risk at the time they were hiring you.
Don't you think that when you write a story, it's possible to tell if this will do well?
Yeah, it is possible to tell if it will do well. But then there's also the Nigerian market.
I think by this time, people should have mastered the market. So, as you said, there are different audiences to films. But there is an audience that is the largest in the midst of these different people.
Yes.
Especially for people who likes good quality movies.
Yes.
So, I believe that right now, producers should have known that, okay, this kind of story is what sells more, and this is what has the highest number of audience. So I believe if your storyline is good, you can tell if a movie would do well or not.
The story can be wonderful. I told you that in America, they have horrible stories. So you can have a wonderful story and then shoot it horribly.
That's another thing.
You can have a wonderful story and the acting is horrible. You can have a wonderful story and just one scene spoils the entire film. There's a lot on the table. There's a lot of what is it called? Parameters to consider. And at the end of the day, it is a risk. That's just the long and short of it. At the end of the day, it is a risk. So that is where funding comes. When you have somebody that is ready to pay for it, and all the money that they're going to pay feels like 50 kobo to them, and they are paying for the film, but the people they are paying are conveniently and properly being paid, it's a different ballgame. It's not like somebody who the 100 million that you want to use to shoot the film, in your account you have 120 million or 110 million, and then you want to use 100 million to shoot the film. we think, oh, we price everybody to be as, do you get? But somebody that has like 3 billion or 25 billion or whatever, and then wants to use 200 million to shoot a film, the person will probably even specifically request for the best of the best in every department. And then if anything goes wrong, they don't mind reshooting whatever scene, whatever this one, and not managing it. And so that's where the funding part comes in. I can't totally say that, oh, the industry pays well. I cannot say that it does not pay well.
It all depends on what you just said.
Yeah.
I get it. Thank you so much for being here. It's been
Thank
a
you
pleasure.
for having me.
You are our first guest on the Nollywood Insiders. It deserves a round of applause, guys. Thank you very much. We are grateful for your time and all the insights that you've shared with us. I'm personally seeing Nollywood from a new perspective now. You know, I understand it better, especially the scripting and the money and all of that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm wishing you all the best
Thank you.
Subsequent jobs in the future.